Welcome to the Toxics Reduction via Responsible E-Waste Management video series, presented to you by the Delta Institute with funding from the US EPA Great Lakes Restoration Initiative. In this video, Sarah O'Brien, Director of Outreach and Communications with the Green Electronics Council, creator of the EPEAT registration, brings us the presentation, Reducing E-Waste Through Purchasing Decisions, Opportunities with EPEAT, in 3 parts. This is Part 3. This content was originally created for a workshop series in Toledo and Cleveland, Ohio.
So we've been working just very briefly over the past few weeks with 3 Cleveland companies on applying electronics purchasing to end-of-life best management practices locally. One is, they're of 3 sizes: Parker Hannifin, which is an international manufacturer of motion and control systems and technologies. They have worldwide offices, purchase many thousand computers each year. We've worked with them to identify the EPEAT qualified products that they do purchase, and also to draw up some guidelines for their distributed offices around the world to encourage uniformity of purchasing. We noted that they have a central lease program for their corporate offices, but that these many offices around the world didn't have specific purchasing or lease guidelines in place, so we're working together to do that. We've also worked with a national real estate company engaged in development and management of commercial and residential real estate. They have 16 offices nationwide, so a medium-sized enterprise. We've provided them with a number of materials and policy documents, and we're talking about how those can be integrated into their central purchasing guidelines and leasing guidelines. And finally, we've worked with LubeStop, a smaller local company engaged in the quick oil change industry. They have an excellent sustainability program. They have a small number of computers, but wanted to integrate some environmental attributes into their purchasing. So I've worked with them and working with them on educating folks in the distributed offices about EPEAT, how you can look for it when purchasing even 1 or 2 computers, and also some of the end-of-life capacity that might offer you, so that rather than kind of stockpiling and waiting for the county recycling day or something like that, the offices may be able to take advantage of some of the take-back programs. So we'll be moving forward with that work. We really appreciate the companies kind of opening their practices and policies up to us, and taking advantage of this grant opportunity to see whether there's room for improvements. This lists some of, again, those initiatives, one further one, and one that I'm happy to provide if any of you are working with a VAR or solution provider, reseller. I have worked with the reseller and leasing company that provides the bulk of leased IT equipment to some of the larger companies to integrate the EPEAT information into their sales staff and their relationships with their manufacturers, so that they can begin to glean that information from their supplier relationships, and then educate their customers and provide their customers with support for EPEAT purchase or lease. So in terms of what are the accomplishments you can see with this? These are some case studies on folks that I've worked with in the past through EPEAT. So by buying about 175,000 PCs and displays at a gold level, national healthcare system will prevent release of about 10,000 pounds of toxic materials, reduce energy use by 55,000 kilowatts, and save about $4 million in energy costs over the lifetime of those products. Similarly, a smaller purchase, about 6,000 PCs and displays purchased by a state university over the life of those PCs and displays, will reduce greenhouse gas equivalent to almost 200 cars removed from the road for a year. State government, in one instance, purchasing about 50,000 PCs and displays, is looking at about a 16 million kilowatt hour reduction, obviously accompanying cost reduction, and eliminating the greenhouse gas equivalent of about 1,000 cars annual output. So there's real success to be gained. These kinds of measurements are something that you can see as you engage with EPEAT purchasing, and I hope that we'll be able to support you in that. I have my contact information here, and I'm happy to take phone calls, emails, and provide materials. I also encourage you to visit our website at www.epeat.net for a lot more detail, including policy and model contract language. But please reach out to me. I am happy to help with your purchasing initiatives.